Hi there. Today's question, how to start and grow spiritual awakening? Because it's a process. You can start it and you can grow it and you can go deeper and deeper. It's not a one-off occurrence when the circumstances sort of align and you glimpse something or you see some mental images or experience something you've never experienced before, and then you go back to your usual self. That is not a spiritual awakening. People can actually have these sort of experiences throughout their life without actually spiritual awakening, without actually entering the process of enlightenment. A lot of things have to come together. And what's the most important? It needs to become a way of life. It is a way of life. It is fundamentally different. Understanding of life, understanding of existence, and experience of existence, fundamentally different from anything you have ever known, experienced, learned, understood before. Fundamentally different. So different, actually, that some people get completely shocked when they unexpectedly glimpse something that is out of ordinary. It shocks them. They're not prepared for it. So you do need to prepare yourself for this fundamental change in what you consider being your life. You have to do that on different levels. You might start with considering the nature of existence. And to help with that, I reckon you focus on the nature of dreams. Just consider the dreams. When you dream, you experience a reality that is completely real, completely material. Everything is completely the same, more or less, as in so-called everyday life during the day, when you are conscious. You experience a so-called reality. Sometimes people say the dreams can be more real than the reality. The process is the same. Whatever it is that produces this experience of reality in the dreams is the same as when it produces the experience of reality, material reality, when we are not sleeping. The process is the same. Consider this. Open your mind enough to allow the possibilities to be something completely different to what you thought they were, to what you were told they were. You explained a certain explanations, you accepted a certain explanations of things throughout your life that exactly, absolutely not like that, but exactly almost the opposite. So if the dreams are experienced as reality, but do not exist independently, there is no material reality that exists independently at the time when we're experiencing whatever we're experiencing in the dreams. It's non-physical, although it is experienced as physical. And now consider your everyday experience when you're awake. It is experienced as physical, as material, but it is not. It is just experienced as such. The same as in the dreams. The process is exactly the same. You have to wrap your head around it. You have to consider this. You have to prepare yourself mentally also to accept the things are absolutely, absolutely not the way you always believed they were, the way you were explained they were, and you accepted those explanations, the way you thought they were, and you never doubted it. But now, you see, all this has to change fundamentally. Everything you never doubted, you have to doubt. Everything you ever accepted, you have to not accept anymore. And consider a different version, a different explanation of what is happening and what is going on. Because a spiritual awakening or enlightenment is something that is so completely different than anything you've ever experienced, anything you've ever believed, anything you've ever even considered possible. That some people, when told or mentioned in a conversation that maybe, just maybe, the so-called reality is not material, but the process of happening is the same as the process in the dreams, they thought it completely insane. They think it's just an absolutely absurd. They cannot possibly accept this sort of proposition. So you have to change all that. You have to open yourself up to accept things you never thought possible. At the same time, you have to, of course, start practicing no thinking, detachment from the thoughts. I'm not going to go into that because there is a whole playlist on the channel just about how to practice no thinking, detachment from the thoughts. You see, whatever you do, whatever you practice, whatever your new understanding it is, it has to become automatic. So you do it again and again and again. You have to come to the point where it all happens automatically without you doing anything on purpose, anything intentionally. That's why you have to train yourself, train your frame of mind, train practically, non-attaching to the thoughts. Change your daily habits, turning your attention inwards. There has been lately some sort of a big talk or big sort of a importance being put on so-called mindfulness. Whatever that means, what you have to do really, as often as you possibly can, is actually withdraw your attention from what is outside and bring it to what is inside, namely to the breath. And do that throughout the day, as often as possible. As I say, it has to become automatic. So instead of being mindful, you have to really be mindless. Empty your mind. It is a process of completely emptying yourself, emptying all the mental processing inside you that is sort of created over the lifetime. The mental construct of self, a certain sort of an ego or identity or individuality that also goes away completely when you enter the process of enlightenment or spiritual awakening. It's gone. And everything becomes one. And everything is just direct experience of existence as is, with all the mental images appearing momentarily and also momentarily disappearing. No hanging on to them, no fixating on them. But you have to be ready for all these changes, that it doesn't matter how much or how long you can listen to people explaining to you all the changes that come. It doesn't really mean almost anything unless you get yourself ready, practice mentally, try and wrap your mind about things that are completely different and completely opposite from what you understood and accepted before, and get yourself out on a daily basis from this brainwashing machine of all the media, of all the everything that is going on in a way of mental processing, thoughts, words being said, being listened to, being processed daily, being thought. You need to get yourself out of this as much as possible. And just turning your attention inwards as much as possible. Of course, it's a gradual process. That's why I'm saying it is a process. Spiritual awakening or enlightenment is a process. A lot of things needs to come together. There needs to be an automatic behavior, an automatic sort of experience that is not forced. And it's stable. It goes on and on and on. That's why you need to prepare yourself on all possible levels. Change your lifestyle. Change your attention. Bring it inwards as often as you possibly can during the day. Whenever you think of it, you bring your attention inwards. Whenever you have a few minutes, you bring your attention inwards. You consider the dreams, the nature of dreams, and extend it to the nature of your state of experience when you're awake. Compare them. Realize that they are the product of the same sort of a process. Spend time in nature. Spend time in the things around, surrounding yourself with unprocessed sort of environment, natural environment with a much higher vibration. Get out from this dead thing environment, dead things, dead people. Everything is becoming more and more dead, more and more mentally processed with lower and lower vibration. Get yourself out of that environment gradually, more and more during the day. Maybe even move to the country if you possibly can, and so on and so on and so on. There are so many things that need to come together and need to become automatic and part of your daily behavior, daily experience to properly enter the spiritual awakening. Start it, grow it, and then go deeper and deeper. Go further and further inside the process or a path to enlightenment. So do you get yourself ready? Do prepare yourself. Do it regularly. Do it daily. Allow it to become automatic. And then you will know. You don't need to look for signs. You will know. Absolutely know. Without any doubt. When you start spiritual awakening, when you grow spiritual awakening, everything is just so completely different. And it's no point me explaining to you. You have to just do it. Change things on a practical level. This is what really matters. What you're changing on a practical level. Day to day, hour to hour, minute to minute. It all matters. It all accumulates. And after time becomes automatic. Maybe enough for today. I might talk a bit more about this next Friday. Thank you. Good luck on the path. Talk soon. Bye-bye.